Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?
Hello, all. Good morning to you. Welcome to West Breakfast. Hashtag what are you saying? That early morning breakfast show that comes your way every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. On this show, we focus on conversations ranging from politics to governance to trending stories to tech conversations to health issues and everything on the worldwide space. My name is Omotoshola Sharimake. This Tuesday morning cannot pass by without me saying happy customer service week to all and sundry. I mean, happy customer services week, service week to both bank workers, both vendors, both sockets, everybody dealing with customers. You guys are the best, and I wish you nothing but the best this week. And I hope that your customers' need is your priority. Anyways, on Tuesdays like this, we talk about social issues, and we don't just have guests join us. We do the conversations ourselves, and we take views from you, our viewers. And of course, I'm not riding solo alone. This morning, I have my ladies with me. Hello, ladies. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. You probably need to talk about this one. Good morning. How are you ladies doing? It's a beautiful Tuesday morning.
Yep.
Beautiful one.
Beautiful Tuesday morning.
I mean, let's quickly talk about Customer Service Week, because this month there's Breast Cancer Awareness. This week, we are talking about Customer Service Week.
Everything is celebrated in this world.
Yeah, everything is celebrated in this world, which is actually good.
Wow, that's cool.
Just in 1 minute, what's that worst customer relationship that you've faced in recent time? My own, from one of the popular restaurants and supermarkets. They sell nylon. I think people would have known their name.
I know what you're talking about.
They sell nylon.
Which is quite surprising. Which is surprising to me.
I think climate change, or maybe they said in their defense, they brought down the price of their goods, so they are trying to augment it with you buying nylon. So they sell nylon. They don't pack things for people, and their staff are rude. Maybe not all, but I mean, 7 out of 10% of their staff are rude. So I think
but
that's like
it's
the worst
customer service week, so at least let's give them the grace and appreciate the good ones amongst them. So I remember one particular experience where somebody dispatched jewelries to me from Benin, or so I can't remember the exact location. And after I was giving my products, my goods, the delivery person or so, like the customer service person, had to call back to ask me, hope this is what you ordered for, hope there was no stress. It was like, oh really, you could do this in this world?
Yeah, which
and
is
I
how
think
it's supposed to be,
because it's not the norm. So when something is not the norm, when you now see somebody that is trying to do the ideal, it's like, oh really, this kind of things
it's not
exist.
actually really no. Apart from customer and vendors saying, please share me photos of you wearing the clothes. But they don't really, I would say, kindly share reviews. But it's not sounding like you're interested in it. I went to a church like 2 weeks ago. That's not my church. And they called me on Sunday morning. Hello, Sister Shola. Good morning.
No, is that one customer service?
I don't know. But at least I've not gone to a Pentecostal
first
church
timers.
in a long
It's first
time.
timers.
Yeah. I thought they were going to like toast me over to their church. Okay, whatever church you go, please stay blessed. I was like, oh, feels really good. I mean, my next time, if I want to tour a Pentecostal church, I want to go to that church again. It felt really good.
I feel like when it comes to this whole customer relationship and all, so when we talk about this whole customer, I don't think it's just business wise. Once you have to deal with trade by barter, when you're giving somebody something, right,
that would need nice
exactly, you have to be nice, you have to pay attention, you have to, follow up the person, regardless of whether it's a monetary whatever. You get what I'm saying?
This is we just saying to you that whatever business or space you find yourself, either you are dealing with a client, they are your customers. If you work in the medical sector and you deal with patients, they are your customers. If you are a church pastor, a youth pastor, your members are your customers.
I mean,
if you are a vendor that you sell goods and services, you sell goods or or you render services, those are your customers. Yes, customers are always right, but right now they change it for customers. They block customers, but just try to ensure you find a good balance.
We actually need to talk about this.
On Thursday, we'll talk about customer
No
service.
way.
Ensure that you find a way to balance your customer relationship. Today, Tuesday, we've got a package show for you today as we are going to be focusing attention to the musical industry and a report from one of Nigerian finest rapper Reminisce, who said, in music industry, nobody is your friend, which means one man for himself. One man for himself, rather. But before we do that, before we dive into this discussion, make sure you're following our YouTube page at Official Upgrade TV. Click the subscribe button now, like and invite your friends and families to join us as we talk about the issues that matter. Let's take this quick break now. We return with our headlines across the globe. Please be on standby. You're welcome back to Waste Breakfast. Before we dive into our main discussion for the day, let's catch up on top headlines making waves around the world this morning. And we've got with us the Guardian newspaper, the Punch newspaper, and of course the New York Times. And we'll be starting with the Guardian newspaper, where the major headline has a picture of the President of Nigeria, the Commissioner of Police, Fubara, Wike, and Fagbemi. The major headline reads, State of Emergency stalks Rivers as political talks attack Council. The next right under it says, Anti-graft war won't be won by technicalities, declares by Tinubu. Worries over petrol price as Tinubu deregulates downstream sector. After we have 80% of Africans unhappy with delivery of democratic rules, says Akin Kekereku, the new CGN. Then, beside it, NAFDAC champions food labeling standards as workers commence indefinite strike. Police arrest Aregbesol's loyalists for accusing Oyetola of using palliative rice as birthday gifts. The last but one says, reviving comatose technical education beyond enrollment drive. This is coming from the Minister of Education. And the last one says, court reduces... I take that again. The last one says, court reduces bail of 5 NSAS governor protesters to 5 million naira each. And I'd like to touch on the NSAS protesters, but the most trending one is the Riverside crisis. I mean, it is on the lip of everybody that loves politics or that pays attention to politics. In the new videos making rounds, I really do not understand how we intend to curb godfatherism in Nigeria. How one person will feel like this state belongs to me. The same way Lagos belongs to some people. Oh, we rebuilt Lagos from start to finish. But now we are planning, but now your tenure is planning for the next generation. We are no longer planning for this generation that you are the president over. You are thinking of the next generation, which is my children's generation. And River State, Wike, Amechi, Fubara, this... history is repeating itself over and over again. And yesterday in Rivers State, it was no fun at all. Fire, burning, gunshot here and there. I mean, let's take a look at the Punch, please.
Okay, it's not like there's anything better, but the major headline reads, Naira for crude. Federal government's panel proposes 6 months supply for Dangote refinery to get 24 million barrels in 2 months. Fresh concerns over NNPCL sole petrol buyers' role. Beneath that, we see Oando and 2 foreign firms shortlisted to buy Irondat National Refinery. Lagos begins trial of 2 doctors over patient's death. Nigerians in Lebanon fault federal government over evacuation claim. Above the major headline, we see federal government lists 7 states for Mpox vaccination. 2027, Obi Kwakwanso Alliance proposal will fail, says APC. Fubara camp opposes emergency rule as 3 killed, secretariat raised. Tinubu warns against anarchy. PDP governors clack back Fubara. Away from politics and fail story, I want to talk on this health issue that we have. Remember that we had this Mpox stuff all over the news a few months back, but it seemed as though it died down a bit. But now it's coming back, it's resurfacing, and the federal government has listed 7 states for the Mpox vaccination. I'll just take a little detail of that story. It says, in a proactive response to the current monkeypox outbreak in the country, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency announced that Bayelsa and Rivers State will be the first to initiate Mpox vaccination exercises aimed at curbing the spread of the virus. And remember before, they said the United States agency donated 10,000 stuff, right? Exactly. So we're revisiting this, and I'm wondering why it took this long time. I mean, we didn't hear about it in the news.
Probably that was the period where they're getting the vaccines to Nigeria.
Okay, at that period they were getting the vaccines, were people falling ill, were people having these diseases? How were they covering it? Because one thing
I'm very sure it should have been in the news if anybody has died.
Okay, one thing with all these kind of diseases that are very, contagious and they're like a pandemic, it should always be in the news, always be in our face. That's how we even protect ourselves, not staring few months back that it's back. Anyways, be safe. That's all I have.
I mean, the fact that we have vaccines now and they're already choosing a state that, that needs
starting
to be
with Bayelsa and Rivers.
I think that's a good one. Let's see it properly implemented. Let's see how it goes.
On international
All right, quick one to the international space. New York Times newspaper. But the left side of the newspaper, we have Trump reignites question to aid with ramblings, increase stridency. Analysts and observers note changes in its speech patterns. Next to that, for now, term is shaping up as a mild one, but justice could be a threat into election. By the right side of the newspaper, a year-old war endures and threatens to spread. Beneath that, in towns attacked on October 7, a ghostly existence. Next to that as well, we have Israel and Hamas dash hopes for compromise. Bottom of the newspaper, which is the last headline on the newspaper, has bribery inquiry masked the rise of New York's banks brothers. So the one I want to quickly touch on is still, I think, just me giving you guys updates on what's going on, with the United States election and all. But this one is on Trump. Do I say as usual? So it says, the headline highlights growing concerns about former President Donald Trump mental sharpness as he campaigns for the presidency again. Now, recently, Trump has been seen making mistakes, like forgetting key details, mixing up facts, and talking about irrelevant topics during speeches and interviews. It's giving me a town hall different from Baba Blue.
Blue.
And this was the same claim they had for Biden at a point, remember? Before, there was a time he did a debate with Trump, and it was like he had dementia or something. He was not coherent with his speech. Now, they've shifted that concern to Trump now.
But, it was also in the news where he said something around cat and dog, one thing that was quite irrelevant to whatever they were even talking about, too. I think in the debate and all. So, I mean...
What if it's pressure?
Again,
what if it's pressure of public speaking?
It might be pressure. But then the New York Times is coming from the aspect of his age. He will be the oldest, if he eventually becomes the United States president, he'll be the oldest, person that has ruled so far. Do you get what I'm saying? So they are saying that, are you sure it's not because of his age? So maybe they should just step him down. Because, I mean, he's 78. Do you get my point? Hey, I did not say that one.
White House will come for you.
No, I really do not mean it that way. I'm just saying that he's forgetting things. We can actually target as partial dementia.
You do not give people time.
Allegedly.
Allegedly or not. Get ready for White House.
I don't understand liches whatever. But again, what I would want to ask you guys, what do you think about someone that is 78-year-old? Having to rule a country for 4 years.
The scripture said the power of the youth is the strength of the youth is in their power. Let the youth rule. They might not be as experienced.
Where are the youth that want to rule?
Oh, do you think if they have the opportunity to rule, they will not come out? Why is it that when we're in secondary school,
this girl that was calling Hope up and down yesterday?
I know.
When you say,
where are the youth that want to rule?
The few ones that are on board,
did they come up?
Do you
Oh,
really?
kick it, you're kicking not come. Let me
talking
let us
now.
use it now.
We're talking Nigerian context. I mean,
No,
Okay, let's talk about
globally.
the US. Let's talk about the US
Okay,
election, right?
okay.
We have Donald Trump. We know how well grounded this man is. We have what's the name of this film? Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
Is that name?
yes,
Yeah.
Hillary.
We know how well grounded these people is. So you now want me with just 20K followers on Instagram to come and compete against them.
And you know even though they say that there are other like small
So I
parties
feel
and
like
all.
if we are now opening up, okay, this election, youths, okay, we are not allowing adults to compete at all, to contest at all. We are just between the age of 30 to 45. I think if you should do it that way, you
Put an age
streamline it
limit.
well.
Yeah.
Put an age limit to it. It will make sense. You will see 1,001 youths that are interested in leadership,
Yes.
that have worked as maybe CEO in their companies or head of one program, and they will come out and they will compete. And if we now try them, they didn't do it, so we'll still give them trial. We'll still give them another opportunity again because
Till we get the right
till
use
they get
that fits in.
yeah, they are youth, they are young adults.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
have an
youth
idea of
inclusion.
Nigerian politics. But then in Nigeria, it cannot work because people want to put youth there. We
Hope.
still have Godfather
Hope.
in
That's controlling
in,
the
in,
youth.
in the upper
That is-
echelon. That's
Hey,
controlling all of
everyone,
them.
help me and want this game. If you know God's meeting,
Please.
help me and want now.
Let's take this quick break. So, ladies and gentlemen, our viewers, we're taking this quick break right now to return with the main conversation for today. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to the music industry this morning. Please stay with us. We're back shortly. You welcome back to the show this morning. We are diving into a critical and timely conversation. This conversation was inspired by one of Nigeria's finest rapper, Reminisce Alaga. We're going to be looking at the music industry today, both in Nigeria and abroad. We're also going to be looking at the Afro-pop world and the gospel industry. The music industry is a vibrant yet challenging landscape where dreams can soar, but rivalries and conflicts can also emerge, often leaving artists feeling isolated. In Nigerian space, the music scene has exploded in recent years, with Afrobeats leading the change globally. However, behind the glitz and glamour, artists often face fierce competition and internal strife. Iconic figures like Wizkid and Davido, who was still in the social media space as of last week, while we've celebrated their contributions, they've also experienced public disputes in the industry. Also, international stars like Taylor Swift and Kanye West have also had public falling out. So today we are going to be asking different questions like, how can this conflict be resolved? Is there a way for artists to foster genuine relationship despite pressures of fame? And we're also going to be talking about the major causes of this thing in the industry. But before we do that, let's take a listen to what Reminisce Alaga actually said on this conversation.
Waiting for you, so just provide that means of livelihood and keep it at that. All the person say, bro, what do you want? If na bulk money, give them the bulk money and limit your interaction so that you don't get emotionally attached to that person. And you limit you understand? They give you control. So now everything that I do early for my career, but I get control. Like who I do, everybody knows me. This person, I don't want this person. I will give you huge sum of money, but it don't mean I want you around me.
Wow.
You understand? So I keep it. You did now. A lot of people they make mistakes with that. Yes, creating boundaries. You need to understand that not be everybody will be around you. Actually, won't make you succeed. That because of waiting in your hand, and not be their fault.
Okay, so I watched the full video and he was talking about the music industry is in his 40s because he has
45 actually.
45. Oh, wow. I thought he was
That's a
still in the
very-
early 40s.
It's a good
So he
one.
retired, maybe not the formal retirement, but he has not released song in a long time till the album that is about to release or he has released. He said 7 artists, 7 songs, 7 producers. Good for Reminisce. I mean, he's one of the finest, making waves, getting ambassadorial deals, doing well for his family and doing well for himself. He talked about his early stages in career. He said he did not blow early. He blew after his first child or second child. He said after he has given birth. That's when he started to understand or enjoy the fame from the music industry. He now said in the music industry, not everybody is your friend. He as a person would rather give you a large chunk of money than to have you in his own inner circle and be doing friends, birds of the same feather, flow together. So now I'm going to ask us, do we think in our field of, in our career path or in any field we find ourselves, before we even start talking about the industry at large, do you think everybody is your friend or people are your friend?
Who's going first?
God's beauty.
I think she should go
you
first.
first.
God's
start
beauty,
with
go
Lucy.
first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like not everybody is supposed to be your friend.
Yeah.
That's the truth, right? So I am okay with we having normal communications. Like, if, for example, okay, we are all on this table, we do things together, right? We work together. That doesn't mean we have to be friends to get the work done. We just need to communicate better. We need to understand ourselves. Know your boundaries. You get what I'm saying? Once you study someone, you have a I mean, there's a tendency that you have better flow with them. You don't need to be. In short, I feel like it's when we are even friends that's when it become a problem because they will quarrel, the work will suffer.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's better to just be on a neutral ground where we can always communicate. So even though any day you decide to have issue with me, that's on you, but the work continues. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah.
So you are saying
don't even have
and
friends,
everybody are not
normal.
your friends. I mean, nobody should be your friend in the same career path or industry.
I am not saying they should not be friends. I am just saying that it's better for you guys to have proper communication. It's better for us to be on a normal how are you level than to be friends. Because if you're in a how are you level, I mean, there's a tendency that you guys don't always have issues than when you guys are friends. Because when you guys are friends, I mean, you cannot tell what triggers the other person. If this person is probably angered by the way I sing, if this person is angered by my nails, if this person is angered by something, you would always show. To be no, let's be honest. Okay, rest, I beg.
Okay,
but
so
let's be honest. So,
having talk about it from your level, do you think he said nobody is your friend, which means he's talking from the angle of another person? You might have a very plain and sincere heart, but the next person to you in the same industry actually do not care about you. This person actually can throw you under the bus and then press your head down for them to go up the ladder.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Then no, let me ask Oluchi this one.
Exactly. I don't think I got the question.
Okay, he said nobody is your friend in the music industry. So I'm relating it to our personal lives and our career path. In as much as we feel like as per colleagues, we should not be really friends. Let's maintain that colleague status quo. Right.
That's
Do
how
you
it should
feel
be.
like your colleague, because we are not talking about it from the angle of your fellow colleague or people in the same industry with you. You said nobody is your friend. Do you actually believe that nobody is your friend? Because do you think one person can wake up one day, throw you under the bus, suppress you, and climb the ladder by stepping on your head?
I don't.
come on.
I don't really.
My president, sorry, my first lady.
Whatever you
Go
say,
ahead.
I don't really go with absolute statements. I have a thing with absolute statements. I feel like it's so generalizing. You saying nobody is your friend, that is just like a big stamp that has been stamped in heaven and earth. Yes, there should be exceptions to these things, right? And that's why I'm saying I'm going to give a very political response.
Okay.
In workspaces, you mentioned that you want to avoid issues. That's why sometimes it's good to limit friendships.
Personal issues.
But you know, they are working with somebody.
You always
Whether or
have
not you are
issues.
friends with the person, issue would arise because there's
But
this
the
proverb that
issues now will be
says
different.
when two people work closely together, you surely find something
The issues
to
now
fight
will be
about.
different.
Yes, it will not be like very intimate. It's not because we're fond of each other. It's
And
because of the work.
work-related issues.
And that's
That's
how it should
fine.
be.
There are different claims where people say in the workspace that your work colleagues are not your friends. But then I think about it, in the workspace, that is the space where you spend the most of time.
But
with
that doesn't
people there.
mean everybody has to be
More
friends.
than 8 hours of your time.
And you will not find somebody that can be a friend. There are 8 hours.
Use me as an example, because I don't understand.
Okay, in this workspace, there's nobody that's your friend.
No. we are workers, we are colleagues. Like,
And you think it's not possible to build friendship with at least one person?
I'm not saying it's not possible. I am just saying that, to me, there's no need for that.
I know, that's another absolute statement you are talking
for
about.
me-
I said for me.
For me, I actually started
heard
to
you.
build a friend in workspace because I mean the best of friends I have right now were my former colleagues, 2 male folks that they're like my ride or die. We might not be in the same country anymore, we might not be in the same environment anymore. But I mean, when you know that someone really cares about you and your progress, there are those people that you know that apart from relationship or family or mother or father, they really care about and I really do care about it. I can mention their name 10 times in a sentence, right? So I tried to replicate something because everybody has left the country in my workspace, but it didn't end well. And I felt like Nasi finish Kosam. Nasi finish lead to this thing. So I feel like if we had had that, I said customer service, if we have had that
Colleague to colleague relationship.
relationship. Hi, good morning, good morning. Shall I do this? Okay, noted. You say, okay, I will revert. I feel like it wouldn't have gotten to that extent. And to be honest, I feel a little bit bad about it. Not that I would not. Will I try it again? Yes. In the same company? No.
Now, let me give you a reason. With this thing you said, and let me give you a very sweet reason here. So I remember having, the thing is, you know why I try to keep up this old hard whatever, is for my baby girl not to be tampered with, right? So I'm a very soft person. Do you get what I'm saying? It's easy for me to, I easily fall in love with people. When I see you, I like the way you talk, I like the way, regardless of what anybody is saying, I'm sorry, but that's your problem. I would not want to stay with this person. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I've learned over the years that, not small year, but I've learned over the I've learned over the years that, see, it's better for you to try to keep what you already have with that person than trying to go further. And what am I saying? Exactly. So what I would prefer us to be colleagues, right, than me not seeing you as a friend. And the day that, okay, because the truth, you know, one tricky thing is, once you guys are friends in a workspace, right, you'll be expecting this person to probably do a cover-up for you on certain things. And the day the person don't, you start having issues with it. You start feeling bad. You start feeling that, oh no, I wish I did. I wish I did not. So it's better for me to be colleagues with you. Let's know our side. So the day that you would go and you probably like you would that word, the word you use a lot, throw me under the bus. Me too, I would just stay tuned. Like the way I would always say, stay tuned, because me too, I would throw you over the bus. It's as simple as that. So let's know that it is a colleague relationship that we have. Because the day you decide to bring the whole intimacy, the day you start seeing that person as your friend, and I think I already have like a very good definition of how I coin out my friend, like the word friend, right? You get what I'm saying? I see it in a different light than the way every other person sees it, right? So if I not consider you a friend, I not consider you that person that I know that I can always speak to, there's just this way that I feel around you. So the day you do certain kind of things, and probably because you're feeling like, oh, we are colleagues, so it is normal for me to do this, I will start having an issue with it. And trust me when I say, I personally will be affected. I will be mentally unfit for a time. I'll be physically unfit for a specific period of time. I mean, during the time that we have that rift. So it's better for me to see you as a colleague, and a colleague that you are, than for me to start bringing that friendship, whatever, because it's me that will affect at the end of the day.
To our conversation, the music industry. Wizkid and Davido has been a longer end for the best of the time. Maybe it's social media stunt, I can't say. But I mean, as of last week, Wizkid was intentionally poking Davido. Say this, say that, I'm not begging for this. And I feel like, bro, you're craving for attention. You've not released song in the last decade, I mean.
Is the type that is, you know,
very
withdrawn.
I think last week he probably drank something that
poked him and brought him out to the surface.
And maybe has he released that song, Mariah? Has he released or is planning to release? He's planning to. Maybe he's trying to driving attention to himself. So now, what do you think causes rift between artists? We've seen Buju and Pope and Ruga. Thank you. They released Pope right after the rift.
And one other song.
And one after to back.
I feel very lost in this conversation with all these songs and everything. But if it's this kind of industry you're talking of, what do you think will cause rifts? It's competition. It's trying to outshine somebody.
Don't you think I am Pope? I am Ruga rather. You are Buju Bensi. you will win. You have your own fan base. Your fan base are not my fan base. Even if we have similar fan base, or I think the people right now, the icon right now is Wizkid fans and the video fans.
Yeah.
That they are always at each other's neck.
Yeah.
We know that.
But it's this same fan base that triggers them to even consider something that they might not have even thought of before. I mean, just look
In
at it that way.
That one
politics, you
too,
can
yeah.
be supporting Wiki, and I am supporting Fubara. And Wiki and Fubara, they are in the upper echelon, drinking palm wine
That's
and
how
eating
it
goat
is,
with pepper
actually.
soup.
That's how
But does it
is.
work like that in the musical industry? Because I feel like they don't care about themselves.
So I feel like they make it look like they don't care about themselves. So they show you what they want to show you. I mean, Wizkid and Davido have been having this for over a decade now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, the fact that everybody was all quiet and Wizkid just decided to come up with this whole thing, he wants to sell a song. Even whether they are fighting or not, trust me, I care less. But I know for sure that he wants to sell a song. And now that everybody has calmed down now. So probably the music will be out this Friday or so. Do you get what I'm saying?
So,
Even
like, he's
himself
doing that to be on the mind of people.
some people do that for people I mean,
But somebody like Wizkid doesn't need to do that.
It's
to
quite
stay
common
relevant.
among
I'm sorry,
Nollywood
but
actors
he,
and actresses.
he needs to do that.
I mean, we're
because
talking of Wizkid here.
I don't understand who is
Wizkid
he?
should be that
The
kind of
goat
person that you just
himself.
put. You don't even need to do too much PR. I mean, people are going to listen to your song, so why go the extra? I mean, the other routes to be poking.
Don't
Have you-
forget,
have
if
you-
they've
have you
sold
looked-
10,000 in their
have you
past
looked-
record, the
have
goal
you-
right now is not 50,000.
Have you looked the music industry?
I haven't actually
You
because
need to.
Okay, now let's talk about social media because we are the one causing this rift. If Wizkid has made an innocent post and most of us just look and pass, and we're talking about TPN, maybe it wouldn't have turned to what it turned to. But the fans were dragging themselves. They excavated this matter. They inflict. They caused the conflict. If I can say they catapulted from like a 1 to 1,000.
Yeah.
So what do you think social media is doing to affect or effect this rivalry between musical artists?
they put fire in the bum of this. They just
I don't
aggravate.
understand,
I mean, that's what social media does. We've had this conversation over and over on different aspects and different things in this life. Social media just amplifies everything, both the good and the bad.
yeah.
So I'm sure these musicians, politicians, anybody that's, if you're going to, see, the path to stardom, being famous is a whole lot on your neck. And so there's, social media will now help you even make it even worse. So I'm sure they really understand everything and they've folded their hands and they're ready to just accept it as it comes.
Now let's talk about the gospel space because before I talk about Taylor Swift and Kanye West. The gospel space, we've seen people coming for each other's neck.
I think in the gospel space, there's more collaboration. I don't know how to put it.
Synergy.
Yes, compared to this secular space. This
think
gospel
what
space,
we are
I think
seeing-
they want to help themselves grow together.
What we are seeing
than-
now is them coming together, collaborate, make videos, and post on their YouTube page. But before, what brought Yinka Alashayori to the public? She and Tokpe Alabi had issues. It was on the lip of everybody. Oh, Tokpe Alabi shouldn't have done this. She sang one song. I think Tokpe Alabi came out to talk down on the song or say, oh, this song is not spiritually inspired or something. And they had issues. Everybody
remember
was
that fight,
talking
though.
about it. You can remember the fight?
No, I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Everybody was talking about the fight. I've often heard of cases of someone saying this person sing in a worldly way. Some will say the type of beat you're using is not spiritual enough. Some will say there's no reason why you should be chanting in your song. I mean, tongues and chanting in your song.
yeah.
We feel like tongues should come when you're praying, when you're in the heater, like you're almost there, like you feel like you're already speaking to God.
Yeah.
That's when it should come. Not you including it in your song, like you wrote it down, you're like putting it in your song. It shouldn't be that way. So, but let's take this break. When we return, we'll continue conversation from there. You're welcome back to the show. This is still West Breakfast, and we are still having the conversation around nobody is your friend in the music industry. Right before we went on that break, we talked about the gospel world. We talked about the gospel industry. We talked about the rift between Tokpa Alabi and Adeyinka Alashiyori. And now we are saying that compared to before, there's now more synergy and collaboration between the gospel singers. We now have BBO collaborate with Emma, oh my God, collaborate with this new, Lawrence Oyo, this lady I like so much, Simisola Agbebi or so. It makes
and her
sense.
husband.
And
That's a collaboration.
Yeah, it makes sense when they sing together. I mean, one of my favorite Christian songs is Etito, Bito, Emma, oh my God, BBO, and one lady. It makes sense. I feel like if Ima, oh my God, I sang that song, I might not have enjoyed it. Because to be honest, I didn't enjoy his part. I enjoyed the two collaboration parts.
Together.
It makes sense. Don't you think it makes sense that way? See Ruga feature this thing, but not that you guys should come and fight first, then come and collaborate later. It doesn't make sense. You're making us feel like we're stupid. One thing I will never do is to engage in social media fights. I will not drag the video because I will not drag the Wizkid as a Davido fan. Neither will I drag Davido as a Wizkid fan. So it is we the causer.
The thing is, you cannot see another person talking bad about your favorite
Idolo.
celebrity,
Abi?
and you want to keep quiet. That's the problem.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
I don't have a favorite.
I don't have any as well.
All of them.
That's why I'm just
are.
looking at this whole conversation. This celebrity
All of them
spaces,
are
like
actually.
hands up. It's really
Okay, let's not talk about that then. Do you have like one person you look up to in any field that tell that, okay, you
Look
can
up
defend
to?
this person?
Yes, I do.
Tell me.
Okay, the pressure.
Okay, mention the person.
Okay, which field? Like my
Any field.
Okay,
Any
like
field.
okay, this presenting field as a compare or event host. Somebody I look up to so much is Mojibade Shosonya. I'm sure you guys know her.
Yeah, of course, I know Moji.
Yeah, I look up to her.
Friend. Yeah.
Mentor, actually.
Mentor.
Yes, that's her mentor.
Oh, okay. So if you look up to Mojibade and tomorrow I post something on my status saying,
Actually, you're right. Now I see where you're coming
do you
from.
get-
Because there was a time in my room where one of my roommates was overboard. She was like, "What's with you and this Mojibade self?" And then she was saying something that was not nice. And I noticed I was defensive. This
So
is not social
you just-
media. So
exactly.
yes, you've caught me
so
there.
now
I think
we are
there's a
all
point.
agreeing that
Yes, there's that
fighting for
point.
our idols, for our idolos are normal.
It's not my board. Please don't go overboard.
You cannot tell me to how to deal with this thing. You come at my role model, I am coming for your neck. That's what it feels like.
I'm confident.
No, you should calm down a bit.
But again, I think it's if you understand that humans are just humans. Let's give the example. So everybody knows that I'm a lover of Nancy Iseme. So
yes,
during
that
the time,
explains the hair.
so during the time where what's the name of this blog now? I came out to say that she was part of the people that was
Akpabio
Akpabio
saga.
kind of hair. Trust me when I say in my head, I'm like, okay, if that's part of the things that she's doing to make money, good for her.
You're not a good follower. I
No.
mean, you're not.
No.
If you really care about her, if you really,
You know, there are different kinds of
family.
followers. There are some that are just passive and calm. They just love you. And
Yeah,
there are
yeah,
some that are not
like that.
agitated.
I'm not
The warriors on Twitter.
Some
I'm not
are
staying
diehard
with her.
fans.
I'm not staying with her. I don't know what she's doing, right? She comes on social media to show us what she wants us to see. So today, she has like 2-3 movies coming down, and I'm excited about it.
That means that's the
I
part
see
of
her
her life
growth.
that she
exactly.
like.
I see her growth. I love it. If she's part of whoever I'm part of, or she's not part of, I don't care.
Can we talk about the future of collaboration? We saw Portable and Skepta collaborate together, and
I love it.
it was a banger.
Adi and Fino, you need to go see
It
that.
was a banger.
You need to go
Precious
see that.
and
So,
God's beauty.
If we keep saying because this person is doing well, you are unconsciously jealous of it. I think jealousy is a normal thing, but you're jealous to the extent that you start to beef this person in the public space, and then you people are not dragging each other on social media. It affects your viewers, your fan base. It affects even your image on
brand.
social media. It affects your brand. So, what do you think the future of collaboration should look like? Like, who are you looking? Do you look out for to collaborate, being in the gospel space, international space?
Can we put movie space too?
yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
What's the name of this woman? This one is going to make people laugh, but Funke Akindele and Tony Abraham.
Are they fighting?
We never
They
said
are
we were
not. They
fighting.
are not. We did not say that.
But
we
collaboration between Funke Akindele and
Oh
Tony
yeah,
Abraham.
looking forward
I
to
mean,
that.
there's some people are iconic in the movie industry, and they're always bringing back to back. I mean, last December we had Tribe Called Judah and some other movie she released. This December
The Jennifer
there
is out now.
Malaika.
and then there's Alakada, and I'm seeing different campaigns. I'm like, we people have this energy. If you put it together, it's gonna be massive.
I agree.
I agree.
So I'm looking at that collab, even though the different fans will not agree. Have you seen TikTok
I don't
recently?
understand. They will not agree why.
They are always coming from Tony Abraham. I don't know what she
That's
did
the thing. I
wrong.
was saying that on Gossip Gala yesterday. Of recent, they dragged that one
That she
fashion
owe a
designer,
fashion
dragged her.
designer.
And thank God she came out tonight to explain herself. But you know, speaking to this whole that fashion, I was saying yesterday that in as much as I understand that it's kind of hard to reach out to these people, but I just feel like she would have just found a better way. Given that this woman have been through a lot this year, do you understand? Let's leave last year alone. Only this year alone. They dragged her son, dragged her into the mud, dragged her husband, dragged her for the whole economic issues and all. Like, exactly.
Had millions. I'm like, you people are not even really
they,
serious. in this life.
she really needs to. They really need to allow her breathe. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like probably the fashion designer would have just found a better way, you know, of having to reach her.
But she's
other
still
than-
inspiring. I mean, despite all this dragging,
She
she still finds
is.
her way to do what she wants to do.
And because that's who she is.
Gospel, what about you? Who are you looking to collaborate? Maybe in any field.
Whiskey and Davido.
Wizkid and Davido
Have
actually.
they released the song together before?
Never. That's why the fight is
never.
so hot between the 30
They have
BG fans
never.
And the Wizkid fans.
Yes.
Not me imagine like them go feel it and then Wizkid come to say
Maybe because they're like this.
What's the name of this guy? Kenny Black.
Okay.
Kenny Black has done that a whole lot and a whole lot of times.
He's trying to
And
mimic.
yes,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
think he has probably given them hints and hints and hints that we actually need these people to come together.
But
But
You know
don't
if it
think it's
happens.
affecting their mental health. I mean, that's what we say now. Don't think it's
Mental
affecting
health.
their mental
Which
health
person's mental
or their
health?
fan base level or their financial strength. Because I mean, even you said Tony Abraham and Funke Akindele. Funke Akindele made billions. You make millions. What if we met it together and make trillions? So let's say if Wizkid and Davido should come together, instead of they having like 50,000 streams or 50 USD from one song, what if the two of them now make like 100
They will.
USD and then their sharing formula now make more sense? What do you think? I
Of
feel
course, that would happen. I feel like that would happen. I mean, that's the good thing about collaboration. It will happen. It will expand their fan base. Those people that are Wizkid FC will probably now see
And this
Davido
one will
in a
be
different
very
light.
international. So we would
Ah,
do
it
it
will.
will be a
It
sensational.
God, it will be so
I mean,
international.
Sensational.
Chris Brown and Davido.
Afrobeat is
Two
about to
Collaboration
be.
those
is
two are
important.
kids.
Collaboration is
It
important.
is actually.
Why do I listen to most podcasts? It's because of the guests you brought.
Yeah.
On a number that I don't care about doing. But because of the
Trust
type
me.
of guests you brought to the
Trust
show,
me.
that's why I want to
We listen to the
Yeah.
So
podcast.
collaboration is important. I feel like this whatever rivalry, healthy or unhealthy rivalry, should be buried. Even if you don't care about me, maybe when it comes to collaboration, let's just bury
There's
our
another
rift.
collaboration I never saw happened.
Tell me.
When Rihanna used to sing, I know she's not singing as actively as she used
Yeah.
to. I used to think that her and Beyonce,
I know
can
that's
you
what-
imagine the collab? I don't know if they ever had such
Like,
a
Let me,
Yeah,
collab.
let me
Beyonce
not
and
tell you
Rema.
one. As you said this now, I'm looking towards Cardi B and Nicki. Come on!
It's going to be chaotic though.
It's not going to be
You have to sit down and try to
There are going to be
understand.
plenty colors, number one.
I mean,
There are going to be plenty things shaken. And I'm very sure for sure the music
I'll be
is
reading the
going to be
lyrics
a
to
banger.
understand. It will actually make sense. So I feel like, as we're looking to wrap up, I feel like whatever rivalry, as long as, okay, even if you've mentioned my name in the mud, you've mentioned the name of my husband, my child, my career path in the mud, if I find you worthy of collaboration, we should collaborate.
I mean,
Because why are we having guests on the show? Why are we looking to collaborate with this person? Because you have something that I do not have. Yes, I am very good in my own way. Yes, I am the best in my field. But in your own field,
You're also
too,
the best.
you are also the best. Why about we bring two of us together? So personally, nobody else can be nobody is your friend in the musical industry, but you can also make our money from them.
true. Like I would always say, see, my 2 cents to this thing is we don't have to be friends to get the work done. Like we should just have a mutual understanding. Look at this. Everybody knows
Low-key, we
I'm
can
a
also
fan.
be friends because if you're coming, wait, I'm so sorry to
Tilted
cut you
towards
short.
her today.
I'm so sorry to
that one
cut
is your
into your
business.
stream of thought. If we are not friends, and we intend to collaborate. I feel like the synergy, except we are very, 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 very professional. I mean, I've worked in a space where my and I were not talking. We're not in the same talking space.
I wonder
it
how you
happens a lot
people...
in TV stations. Right, it happens a lot in TV stations. You and your are not best of friends. You guys only collaborate. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is this. And immediately after the show, even during break, you guys do not talk to each other. You are looking here, she's looking there, or he's looking there.
That is gonna mess with my head. That's gonna mess with my head big time, and I'm leaving that space immediately.
Professionalism have to kick in.
Which professional you want to do? How long you want to do the professionalism?
You know, it takes two to tango. I might not be fighting with you, but you are fighting with me. Oh, I was greeting you were not answering me. Okay, that's okay, bro. I'm loved that.
Maybe that's how they used to call me. That's how they used to call me vulnerable in secondary school. Please don't dare say you are fighting with me. I'll go and start crying. I don't know why. I'll be acting like a fool. I'll be crying and begging for.
Be friends with everybody.
But I used to have that problem growing up.
As I was explaining, I derailed for a minute. As I was explaining, you and I might not be friends, but we are trying to get the job done. I feel like we will not do a good job compared to if we have a good working. I don't use the word friends anymore. We might not
maybe we should start changing maybe giving different categories of this friendship.
The industry friends.
You see the industry friends, work friends.
I don't understand.
Is that colleague? Because even though you say you don't have a friend in your workspace, there will be somebody in your workspace that you are much more closer to than the other. You might not give them the tag friend. But they are still friend, like this level of friend, not friend.
You're not serious.
So now we should tear apart the definition of friend.
Yes, we should tear it apart. That's what I think. Because
that's why there are so many words for it now. You cannot tear the word friend.
We can't tear the word friend.
Actually.
When you talk about, for me, right, when you talk about friend, it's somebody that I would call at 2 a.m. This is a very good example. I'll call at 2 a.m. and you're there. That's my definition of friendship, right? That's what I think friendship should be like. That's what I think friendship should be like. Now, every other thing is probably we are colleagues, we are acquaintance, we are...
Someone I know, like I used to say.
That's why it's acquaintance. It's part of it. Make you know pass like that. Someone that stays in my street, we are neighbors, right? You know pass like that. So friendship is somebody that someone I can speak to at 2 a.m. Someone that I'm in problem right now. You are literally a solution to
What do you look out for in a friend?
Same value system.
Same value system. So
you can be friends with someone that you don't have the same value system, but they bring a lot of goodies to you.
I don't understand.
Okay, let's be practical.
Tell me.
I work in the media space.
Okay.
I am a very cool person. I'm an ambivert. I don't like to go out, but I'm friends with someone she's an extrovert. She does not work in my media space. She does not even believe in God. She does not believe. She does not believe in church. She believes in God. We can make a good friends now. That's the two people we are coming together
now. That's still the same thing as value system, to be honest. If there's something I can
said the same value system.
Wait. Now, if you're saying something or you're doing something and I'm okay with it, I don't understand. If I don't smoke, right? I don't smoke. But at the same time, I don't hate the idea of people that smoke. We can definitely become friends. We can definitely gel. But that is not my value system, right? So I mean, something that you can accept from another person. I don't understand.
So you're ready to compromise?
That's not compromise.
That's not friendship anymore. No, I think we're mixing it up a bit. No. There's a bit of a mix-up here. Okay. So when we talk of value system, why would I be friends with somebody that I really do not endorse everything that you're doing? We're going to always have this friction. It's going to happen.
Sure.
And it will
what about the cause of accepting me for who I am?
I'm sorry.
I am not queer. You are queer.
There's a lot of...
I want to be friends.
There's a lot of place for accepting who the person is when it comes to personality.
That's because you're okay with it.
Which means it's not compromise.
How is that?
This right now in the world, we don't play with queer people. We feel like queer people should be torn apart.
That's your definition.
Okay, right. But me,
do you endorse such?
The fact that I don't endorse such doesn't mean I own your life. I don't own your life.
No, because if you don't endorse something...
I feel like compromise come in when you don't like something. But because of something, you don't have any choice but to accept that person.
Exactly. Because I want to be a friend to you, I am accepting your queer status. I mean, that's like the most relatable this thing that we can use. I'm not saying...
Then I don't know why... friendship is not going to last. Especially if it's something you do not endorse from the very beginning.
God bless you.
There will be one time where friction will come and it will scatter.
Because
from the foundation... there was the value system did not align.
You're already compromising because
Story,
you want.
guys. I think during NYC days or so, I had a roommate that I cannot talk down anybody. She likes sugar daddies, and for me, I mean, maybe because I have a father, I used to put them in my father's space. That I can't. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Right. So each time I talk to her, each time she's going out to one of them and she's telling me, and I'm like, please don't involve me. Or each time she's buying something and I'm not eating it, she's like, oh, why am I not eating it? But look, I feel like I should not be eating it. And to be honest, I will never taste. And she's like, Emeka, but I'm like, you call that man Emeka?
Someone that can be your grandpa.
You open your mouth and call that man.
Oh, this one got free,
So
so funny.
we were cool together. Although we had that issues. I mean, don't even bring it close to me. When you're going, just go. When you're back, just come back.
You
When
were
you're
cool
buying,
with her, but that coolness had some distinction. Like there was what's the word? I can't find the word. But it's not everything that you share with her. Unlike God's wishes that said you can call the person at 2 a.m. I'm sure she was not that kind of friend to you. The reason that did not happen is because your value system was separate.
Exactly.
So if she was the type that you people had the same things together and then you're fond of each other, you'd have seen that the friendship would have grown more than that.
And it should be that is what I would not call a friendship. But this one people are doing. This one you guys already compromising.
You didn't even have a choice. She was your roommate.
Exactly.
I mean, you have to be greeting her
God
every
bless
day.
you.
You have to just check up on her. You have to be a kind person in the world.
You already had this in mind. And that's why every other thing that she was bringing into the table, you didn't have a choice but to accept them.
them. And I would also say, talking to the topic, nobody should be your friend in whatever career or... I beg to differ, but...
You're free to differ, baby.
I think that we should not be too rigid with it, honestly, because if you are, you'll probably miss out on some people that could have been your friends in the workplace.
Yes.
Honestly, you are not the God
Potential
that's right.
friend.
okay, ladies.
You're not the God that has written the people that
topic
will be.
again is nobody is your friend in the musical industry. Ali Baba came out to say musical artists, they don't know how to manage funds, or they blow it on jewelries, on drinks, on smoke, and that's it. So do we think, or maybe not godfatherism, but maybe we need to have like a mentor? Rema, look up to Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy, please help us frame this guy's life to be Odumodu. Look up to, who is there that sing like Odumodu? Let's say Patoranki.
Okay.
Look up to Patoranki. I feel like we should like have this peer this day. And they should not understand that there's no enemy. Even if, okay, this is not politics, but there's no enemy in the musical space.
They look up to them for what exactly?
Like a mentor type of thing to help them shape in their life. Okay, in this music industry, I've been there longer than you are. You don't do this, you don't do that. Yes, every PR is PR, but some PRs will dent your image, will make you lose ambassadorial deals. Like Odumodu Black, one day was saying that he posted something that when he used to rape his housemate, them a lot of people that don't joke with rape cases will cut him off immediately.
Wow,
People
he
like-
said that.
people like
He posted it, then
God.
deleted
How
it.
come they not
But
taking
again,
it?
used to rape.
somebody that is an Odumodu fan said, "Oh, that was just cruising." actually.
That's a very terrible crazy. They will dig that pass for you and
like she said, PR is
bad
PR.
PR.
But bad PR are chance to dent on your image. So as my own 2 cents to be, nobody is your friend in your industry. But understand that you can also build working relationship that is not friend. Friend is friend, like a friend. So you can build good working relationship with people in your industry without having to be friends with them. So when you have to collaborate or when you have to work together, you can produce a good job and not hello and welcome. My name is Olushomeka. My name is Omotosho Asharima. Because we're not cool. We just fought. We just shouted on ourselves. Right? So there will be that energy. Have you seen co-anchors that they are shooting together and you know that something is wrong with this co-anchor? I've seen it. I've seen it on these big industries. 2 of them, you will know
Or
that.
maybe they are co-hosting a show and one is trying to outshine and show that I'm the one here.
Yeah, it doesn't really make
But
sense.
my own 2 cents is, yes, there's the different categories of friends, but be a bit open-minded, honestly. I feel like it's possible that there will be one friend that you meet in that your workplace that will change your life. Don't be too rigid. I'm not a very rigid, I'm flexible. Be free like the waters.
Well, see, just
But of course, don't lose guard, of course, but don't be rigid.
I don't know if I should say just do what works for you because I'm not a friendship person, all right? I
can
just
see that
I
from
just
your
believe
lashes.
in I just believe in know somebody, psychology plays in, understand this person, know what triggers this person. Stay on your bounds, like know your boundaries, right? Know what to talk to this person about. Like
you can never be too careful in this life.
If you make things only work related or work based, I feel like it will be whatever relationship you guys have will be more healthier than you having to, force relationships.
Can I ask Rosby to this question?
Hallelujah.
Let's say 10 seconds.
10 seconds. We're co-workers and we have a project
We are
to
co-workers
do.
now.
I know, I'm using that instance. So we have a project that we're working on, and your own ideology is that just face the work, just do the work. But does
That's how
it
I
mean
am
that you
actually.
cannot actually care about some things that concerns me? Probably you see me working and there's this moodiness with me. Maybe there's something wrong with my health. But because we've not even created that relationship where I can even talk to you about.
So because we are not friends doesn't mean I am not a human being.
Because the way you are painting this
wait.
makes it feel like you
It's rigid and
extract
all.
yourself
No.
from anything that concerns that co-worker. Let's just face the work and get it done.
See, even as boss and worker, even as boss and worker, like your employer and employee,
Yeah.
there's the relationship that would require the boss asking you, how are you? Are you okay? Have you eaten? Talk less of me
that
and
how
an
are you will
employee.
not sound different. Some employees really do not care. All they want to see is at the office and get the job done. So the way they will say,
Me,
"Is it
I
not
can't,
just
if somebody
malaria?"
asks me how am I and we don't even have any relationship, I'll give the generic response of I'm fine. And because yourself you don't really care like that, you will take the I'm fine as that's what's happening. Do you understand what I'm trying to place? It takes some care, like deep kind of care to be able to help people beyond the generic response.
As
So
we
that's why we
finalize,
are colleagues and we are
God's
not
beauty,
friends.
I'm so
This
sorry,
that
we
means-
really have to go. As we draw the curtain
So that
for
means
today,
something is wrong with
like
me. You cannot
Reminisce
know
said,
what's happening to me in this life.
like one of our Nigerian finest.
It is not supposed to be my business.
Wow, you people, did you hear that?
It is not supposed to be my business.
Let's wrap up the
beauty.
show.
Let us go.
Like one of Nigerian's
Jesus.
finest rappers said, nobody is your friend in the music industry. Nobody is your friend in whatever industry you're playing right now. That doesn't mean that you cannot have good working relationship with people you work with. So try to build good working relationship. And if you find good friendship, I mean sincere friendship, genuine friendship from that good
Build.
working relationship, please go ahead and build it.
Thank
but
you.
having that barrier or having that wall built around there, okay, this person cannot be my friend. No. That's what we have for you on today's show, but the conversation does not end there. Please follow us on social media page at Official of Great TV and via our different social media handles. We'll come your way again tomorrow, Wednesday, when we are going to be talking about breast cancer awareness. Please stay sharp. Bye.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?